Wilderness of mirrors, world of polished steel, gears of iron and chains turn the grinding wheel. We dissect the chaotic lyrics of Double Agent by Rush. What do you think the song's about? What does it mean to you, Tim?
Going through a decision on something you're about to do or something you want to do, and the struggle on if it's right or wrong, if it's good or bad. Maybe the struggle between the flesh and the mind on wanting to do this or having to do this, and it doesn't really matter on what that is.
Shane, did you have a question?
No, I was trying to reach Tim. I was trying to tickle Tim.
I think he just grabbed his nut. So you think
okay, so a decision to do something or not.
Okay.
Back to you, Jay.
No, I agree with that. Knowing what Geddy had to say about the song, they're just kind of having fun with it, and they probably were feeling the chorus themselves. Like, okay, we've worked really hard on this album. This is kind of the last one we're doing. It's just like, where would we rather be anywhere but here? We just want to get it over with, and we know we need one more song, and let's see what we got here, and let's just have a good time with it. Kind of like life.
It does get, no matter how much you think you love recording, whenever you're in a long project like that, you do get really tired of it, no matter how much you like it.
Absolutely.
But going back to, look, okay. It's getting close to tax time, right?
Okay.
Tax, man.
About right, almost in it.
Where would you rather be?
Here.
I'd rather be anywhere than here, having to think about paying taxes. When will the time be right? Anytime but now, because I don't want to pay my taxes.
Exactly. I'm with you.
So it kind of sounds like something he doesn't want to do then, right?
Yeah.
Or just doesn't want to be in the situation of having to make the decision?
Or at least not right now. Any time would be the right time, just not right now.
Okay, yeah, here's the things I can't figure out. And there seems to be a lot in these lyrics, but maybe it's just my uncanny ability to make something out of nothing.
I'm gonna go with, see, it's Rush, and it's Neil Peart.
Yes.
And those are his lyrics. I don't think he's capable of just writing gibberish.
No.
So there's meaning here.
Yeah.
Whether it's just half-hearted or what, but there is a meaning here because it's Neil Peart.
It's not, I think I'm in the mood.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's not that. Or I wish I were bald. No, I think I'm going bald.
Yes. Which, some pretty good stuff in that one. I can't wait to get to Caress of Steel. That song is deeper than people give it credit for.
No, it's not.
All right. Okay. It's not deeper. It's just as bad as everyone thought it was.
Pretty much on the surface right there for everybody to see. Like someone being bald.
Oh. Tim? All right. Well, I guess I'm kind of along that. So not necessarily a decision, I think, or maybe a decision, but also kind of like an identity crisis where he's flirting with the dark side a little bit. Maybe he's thinking of doing some things that are wrong, like Tim said.
Right.
And there's a lot of things here where I wonder, it seems like some sort of purgatory because there's some edge of sleep. So not quite asleep, not quite awake. Between darkness and light, there's some things about between good and evil and between chaos and order. And
he can't sleep.
Yeah,
he can't sleep. Yeah.
He's so tired, he's not really coherent, but he's also not asleep to where it's probably not a dream.
He's just on the edge of sleep.
Yes.
The edge where if your mind wasn't racing with all these thoughts, you would probably be asleep. But
True. I know Shane, you had mentioned us having our favorite, maybe lyric or favorite part in the song.
Yes.
Along with the edge of sleep thing. Not that it necessarily means anything different or what, but I like the line, on the edge of sleep, I heard voices behind the door, the known and the nameless, familiar and faceless, my angels and my demons at war. Which will exactly. Which one will lose depends on which one I choose, or maybe which voice I ignore. I like that line.
which, to quote Freewill,
It's
he's
exactly.
even if he chooses
Not
the
to
voice to
decide.
ignore, he's still making
has
the
made a
choice.
choice. Yes.
Choosing not to
Exactly.
decide. Now,
If I
have you ever
choose not to
heard?
decide.
Have you ever heard the story of the two wolves?
Oh my God, I have, and I would love to hear it again. Please, in detail. Please take as much time as you need.
Well, does this remind you of that? Because the two wolves, right? There's the bad wolf, there's the good wolf. Which wolf wins, Grandpa? The one you feed, right? And then this is kind of the opposite.
Yeah,
It's which one loses, which voice loses. It's the one he ignores.
right.
So I wondered if that was kind of a hint at the tale of the two wolves. Kind of.
It wasn't.
It wasn't. Okay, my bad.
Could have
My
been.
bad.
No, but it wasn't.
So have you ever been on the,
But it
on,
might
like,
have
the
been.
edge of sleep where you're just about to drift off, and maybe you're having a dream, and then all of a sudden something happens and you jerk awake, and you're awake, you're not asleep, and you realize that you're easy, Jay. Take it easy. Damn it, Jay. Tim,
What?
really?
It can't handle
What?
this.
What?
I mean, it can.
My
That's the
wrist
thing.
was hurting.
Huh,
Just trying to
apparently.
stretch it out.
Okay. Okay.
The only
And then
time
all of a
I
sudden
can
you
jerk
wake
is when
up.
I'm awake. What?
You need more practice.
Yeah, no.
Then
yeah.
And then you wake up and you're like, crap, I was almost asleep. I was about to have a dream, and then it just jerked away.
Well, that's kind of like when I'm having a dream and like the alarm clock goes off or something like that, it just interrupts it. I'm like, because I can fall asleep really easily, but I'm just on the edge of sleep. Like I can go either way.
Ah.
And for me, when that happens, I go, wow, did I have a dream or did the dream have me?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Good question,
yes,
Tim.
Yes.
Good
Yes.
question. Also, brilliant.
He wins.
opening
He wins
line.
the episode. He wins the episode.
Yeah. Here's to
Bob,
you,
tell
Tim.
him what he's won.
A brand new car.
Wait a minute. You already have a new truck.
Yeah, that's true. It was a Hot Wheel anyway, so it's okay.
What are you
Not
gonna
that
do?
big of a deal. All right. And then that's funny because I was thinking like edge of sleep, not quite asleep, but you're thinking edge of sleep, super close to just being awake, like really, really light sleep. Okay. I like that.
That's what it is for me. Like sometimes I can't tell if I'm asleep or if I'm awake. And that's when I see dead people.
I think it's the edge of sleep, awake, about to go to sleep at the beginning, but at the end, he's at the edge of sleep about to wake up because
I totally agree. 100%. Yeah.
Oh.
On the edge
I
of sleep, I awoke to the sun so bright.
so bright.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the second verse, it sounds like classic schizophrenia with the hallucinations and the paranoia. And then he's trying to decide, is he good or evil, whether or not to do this thing that he thinks is evil. Maybe like that, perchance. And then on the third verse that you just mentioned, when he wakes up, does it sound like he's going to choose goodness? Like rested and fearless, cheered by your nearness. Somebody's there with him that's helping him.
Right.
It's
Decide.
like
I knew which direction was right. But then when you listen to at the very end with the whole darkness and light, when he says that first darkness, it's sort of like a darkness. No, not dark.
Really?
It's, to me, it sounds like it's more of a higher darkness and light. And then
he does
the choice between darkness and light.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't really say which one he chooses.
I was thinking, basically you're got a song about trying to decide between good and evil, or doing something you may disagree with and something you agree with, or whatever. But I mean, basically it kind of, the title of the song sort of does kind of go with that thinking. Double agent. You're double.
Right.
You work for both sides.
Right.
But sometimes you can't decide which side is good and which side is evil.
You forget which side you're really on.
Which side are you really on?
I do have a question. In the line, which is my favorite part, I hold against the chaos and the cross of holy fire. Now, when you're saying I'm holding against, as in I'm holding against my stance on chaos, or are you holding on to? I'm not really sure what that means on I'm holding against.
Yes. Against could mean.
Against doesn't always mean I'm opposed to it, because right, I could be, standing against a pole on the street.
Yes. Or you could say you stand against all the dirty jokes that Jay makes when we're trying to record a serious episode.
Right. Yes.
Well, you could say like you said, I'm holding against the chaos. So I'm holding my ground against the chaos.
Against it, or are you holding
against the chaos?
I guess so. Yeah.
If I said you had a beautiful body, would you hold it against me?
Okay, we're out of time, folks.
All right, anywhere but here. What does that mean? Because can he choose? Does he have to choose? Can he be both? It is double agent, right? Double agent is both. So here's the questions. What does it mean? He doesn't care which option and can't decide. He likes both options and doesn't want to decide. He doesn't like either option and can't decide. Or he just doesn't want to decide.
He doesn't want to decide. Like, where would you rather be? Anywhere but here. I can relate to that. Like currently, tonight, right now. I just kidding. I mean, you're in the midst of it. Where would you rather be? Anywhere but here. The decision I have to make. I don't want to have to be the one to have to make this decision. I don't. That's kind of what I take from it.
What's the one? Let this cup pass me by.
Yeah.
That one, Tim. Yeah, I really like that. Is that the verse?
Yes.
Take this cup from me.
Yes.
I really like the wilderness of mirrors line, which, from what I understand, is a line from a T.S. Eliot poem. To me, it's a great line for chaos. Have you ever been in a house of mirrors and every reflection is exactly the same, but there's so many of them.
There's so many of them all
confusing.
Looking at you.
Yeah, it's disorienting because there's so many of them. That's probably what it may not even be an important decision. It's just so many of them. Yeah. And then that was my favorite line too, Tim. My precious sense of armor, just a shield of rusty wire I hold against the chaos.
Yes. And I do like so many. A million decisions. So many decisions, a million revisions.
Yes.
On your decisions. That's what I'm taking that from, right?
Keeps
I made a decision,
mind.
But you think about it, you go, okay, I'm going to do this, but I'm not going to do that part of this. So I'm revising that decision.
Just goes back and forth. I don't even know where to start with that line. We could do a whole episode just on that line.
No.
Wow. All right. Any other thoughts on Double Agent?
Yes, I do. Has nothing really to do with the song itself. It's like something I wish that they would have done when they did the song in concert. I think I might have mentioned this a few episodes ago. I wish, because live in concert, Geddy is not singing the spoken words. It's,
Just a moment, Ms. Granger.
right.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't sing.
Oh, he didn't.
Right.
I didn't know
That's
that.
right. Yeah.
Okay.
No. It's from their iPad or well, back then, no, but still,
Nice.
it's recorded. They're playing that part. I thought it would have been really cool to have, like, to shoot a video of Alex mouthing the words for the one section, and then Geddy another, and then Neil another. That would have been really cool. Guys, you should have contacted me back then.
Did you see that video that they made where each of them
Only
were playing the other's instruments? So, like,
oh yeah, they did that on Tom Sawyer.
That was hilarious.
And that was in for the Time Machine tour.
Time Machine.
yes,
Yeah.
that was hilarious.
Yes, that was hilarious.
And that whole diner thing, that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Well,
But
all right.
that's the only thing I would.
That might have been
Agent.
cool, Tim. Too bad they didn't ask you. It is a shame that they didn't ask you.
So I know in the last episode we went over, we ranked the music. Are we ranking the lyrics as well?
No,
or-
we don't rate the lyrics.
Okay. We don't rank those stinking lyrics.
Yeah, no, we'll start that next week. I would say this one would be a 2. It's
Oh,
Neil. They're all
wow.
1.
Yeah, that's
Right.
true. It's Neil.
They're all 1.
Never mind. We don't have to. I mean, it's Neil. Really, it's basically, it's either before Neil, it's either BN or N. Is it N? B?
It would be,
Yeah.
because
yeah.
it wouldn't be after Neil.
There's no after Neil.
There is no after Neil.
Unless-
And I guarantee, despite the rumors, they are not.
They are not.
No.
No,
They're not what?
I'm
they're not-
confident.
they're
That-
not getting back together. They're not going to record an album.
I'm confident, though, that Geddy and Alex will do something musically together.
Yeah,
But it will not be rushed. They've said it. They can't be rushed.
right. It won't be Rush, and they may get together and show up together and play live together with
Yeah.
whoever, Tool or Avenged Sevenfold or Captain
Or Britney
Neil.
Spears.
Or,
Yeah. Bob Saget. No, not Bob Saget.
Rick Rubin. As long as Rick Rubin produces it,
Rick Rubin can do anything.
I hope he produces
You know
it.
what?
If they
That's
do
a
anything,
great
I
idea.
hope Rick Rubin produces it.
We should see if he will
That's my
produce
Christmas
our
wish.
next Durango Brothers.
Well, I'll call him. I'll text him right now.
Tell him we just need it to be as vibrant as the first one.
right. Yes.
Uh-oh. I heard someone talking in the
Like it.
background.
Well, that's what we think about.
I heard
Double agent?
voices behind the door.
Ooh.
That's what we think about Double Agent. A little bit about what's going to happen with Rush next. We want to know what you think about Double Agent. Email us 2112@everyrushsong.com. Catch us on the soch. I always want to say shosh. Soch at Every Rush Song. Tim, let the kind folks know how much we appreciate them.
Orange County, you've been a wonderful audience. Thank you very much. Good night.